Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. Playing for a professional football team might leave little time for much else. However, 49ers offensive lineman Zane Beadles proves that there is always time to help those who need it most. And we are so lucky that Zane is here to discuss his foundation, the Zane Beadles Parade Foundation, and all they've done for us or for those going through life-changing medical experiences. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right. So you founded this foundation in 2013. What was the reason behind it?
It's always been important for me to give back to the community, and I've been so blessed to be in the position I'm in my life, and I feel like I want to pay that forward. And then specifically for kids fighting life-challenging experiences and stuff like that. There was a kid in college, his name was Riker, who had a brain tumor, knew what his situation was. He was 6 years old, and we kind of adopted him onto our college football team, and he would be in the locker room with us and out at practice and things like that. And seeing him go through his battle really had a big impact on me. So when I wanted to get involved, when I was playing in Denver at that time, I knew I wanted to do something with kids and cancer, and just kind of grew from there.
So Riker really inspired this, especially because he spent so much time in the hospital. And that's really what you raise money for, is to create these really great experiences for kids who are going through such a traumatic time.
Yeah, we think that there's a gap in where kids that are going through treatments 10, 12, 14 hours a day sometimes, and their families. It's long, hard days, and they don't actually have a chance to be just a kid sometimes. So we like to give opportunities for kids to get out and have some fun, even if it's just for a couple hours. Or we'll come to the hospital and put on little parties where they can decorate cupcakes and do some arts and crafts, whatever it is, but just to get their minds off of what they're going through day in and day out.
And what does that do for them and the families, too?
It has such a big impact on me when I go and see these kids that are going through such hard times, but they're always so happy, and it really puts life into perspective. And, if a kid that's going through what they're going through can be this happy, why can't we all be this happy? And it's a really powerful experience.
What I love about you, Zane, is that you are so connected to the community wherever you are, because you still have events that you do for the foundation in Utah, which is where you're from. You went to school there. Also, Colorado. You were a Denver Bronco for a few years, and then now here in the Bay Area.
Like I said, I feel like it's such an important thing to give back to the community and to immerse yourself in the community. There's great people everywhere, and I love to meet those great people. And this gives an opportunity for all great people to come together for a good cause. And
you have sponsors too that you work with, and local businesses that really help you out with that.
Yep. Yeah, we try to build relationships, whether it's getting some tickets to a sporting event or something going on that we can pass on to the kids and their families, and then just people that want to do good and feel that this is an outlet for them to be able to do that. We want to give them that opportunity.
And you talked about Riker. He unfortunately lost his battle.
He did. Yes, yeah. It was about 13 months that I knew him and saw him go through his battle. But we like to think that his memory lives on through what we can do for other families.
And now you inspire your teammates with the 49ers. You did with the Broncos, too. Do you tell them Riker's story?
Yeah, I share a little bit of what we do, and I always give an opportunity for teammates to come out and get involved if they wish to with any of our events and things like that. I think it's an important thing for young guys, too. Like I said, we're very blessed to be in the position that we're in. It's hard work. It's long days, but there's a lot of people that helped us get to where we're at too. So to be able to pass that on and to pay that forward, I think is an important thing for young guys to learn.
And you said just spending time with these kids, it really puts into perspective your life. So when you're upset about a loss of a game or something like that, maybe it's not that big of a deal.
Exactly. We all get caught up in our daily lives and what is going on with us personally, and those are hard things a lot of times. But when you're able to take a step back and realize what some of these young kids are going through, sometimes newborns, it's not fair for them, and it really puts life into perspective for everyone else.
And locally, any fundraisers, events coming up? Or?
We're looking to do an event here right at the beginning of the football season in early September, down at Kendra Scott in San Jose. Going to do a little jewelry and have some drinks and some food and just have a good time. So that's our event that we're planning right now to raise some money and get people involved.
And you've really started a movement in the communities that you've been involved with pilot, but you want to expand this to different cities as well.
Yeah, you know, the eventual. I'm a huge believer in that if you're going to do something, do it right and do it on a large scale. And you know, I would love for this to really be a national charity someday. And our long-term goal is to build safe, clean housing environments for kids that have bone marrow transplant or long-term oncology. A lot of times they're immune compromised and they can't stay in a normal hotel with their family if they're from out of the area. So these facilities provide safe, clean housing that are approved by the hospitals for the kids to stay there with their families while they're in the hospital for 100+ days sometimes.
Okay, so real quick, let's talk football. You just finished your off-season training camp. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called the OTAs,
and then
Organized
in
Team
July,
Activities. Yeah, and then late July we'll start training camp. So it'll be here before we know it, another 5.5 weeks or so. But excited to get started. Things are much different this year than they were last year, and that's a welcome thing for us.
Hey, we're excited for that too. We just got done with basketball. Now we're ready for some football.
Absolutely. we you know, the basketball team set the standard, so we got to carry that on.
All right, let's do it. Thanks so much, Zane.
Thank you.
And to find out how you can support Zane's amazing organization and change a life, just log on to zanesparade.org. That's zanesparade.org. We will be back with more Bay Area Focus after the break.